And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Has your job ever ticked you off to the point of applying for a new one while mad as hell? So, if you have, you're dealing with what many are now calling rage applying. Let's get into it with joining me now here on The Factor Uncensored, Michael Gutierrez from Workforce Solutions and psychotherapist Nick Hardy. So Nick, let's begin with you. Should you ever apply for another job while you're mad and you haven't been terminated, you're just raging like, I'm getting the hell out of this place?
Yeah. I don't think it's ideal, but the truth of the matter is sometimes that is what pushes you to apply. I do think sometimes when you're that upset, a lot of times you're not thinking logically about what's best for you long term, but more so in that moment.
And what about when they come to their senses, and Michael, join in here, they're angry, they're ticked off, they apply for another job, they may get it, but then now they're like, okay, I made a mistake.
Yeah, the grass wasn't greener on the other side. You know, and there's many reasons why people leave. It could be bad supervision. It could be the desire for more money. Maybe those BBLs they're trying to go get. But at the end of the day, when you make a rush into a decision to change a job without doing your research, it's a risk. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And do you guys see more of this, people rage applying for jobs? And I would think if you're dealing with it totally on emotions, or it's an emotional reaction, then you're likely to pull out.
Yeah, I don't even think people are rushing into it because they're raging. I think sometimes people are just upset. I don't even think it has to get to that point. I'm seeing a higher frequency of people just, you know, this person upset me, they didn't do what I like, you know, this isn't fair, and they may not even be to the point where it's rage. They're just mad or just, you know, kind of upset, and, you know, they're applying.
And we've seen a lot of these trends with young people, mainly yes, millennials, Gen Zers, but raging is something that happens to even like me, yeah. Old ass people.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing too is the innovation of being able to apply multiple places at the same time. And back in the day, you used to have to go into one location, fill out an application, and see if that was going to work out. But now you can take that risk and just apply everywhere, and it's dangerous. It's dangerous, especially if you don't do your research on the organizations.
Just imagine the young people who would have to go and apply like we used to.
Walk into a store with the application.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Gas. And that would be a lot of work. But like he said, if you're raging though, it could be a dangerous situation just applying everywhere. Could you also do damage to both of you, to yourself and your name, if you're applying and then you don't respond, or you're ghosting potential employers?
I believe you can, and I think one of the pieces to that is that your name gets out there. An employer can see that you've applied to every position in that organization. That sounds like rage to me. You're just applying wherever you can. And so there may be some employers out there wondering, how many candidates are they looking at right now that are just rage applying with them? And so it's important to do your research and figure out how you can spot one when they're coming into your organization.
And Nick, if you have that moment of rage where you're just hot and upset and you're like, I'm quitting this damn job, I'm going to apply, how would one calm themselves down in a situation like that?
Yeah, I think this is where having a strong community of support and someone that you can just process what you're going through, who's rational. Because if they're raging, then it's just going to amplify it. But I think having that balance to, you know, help you just kind of think critically about where you are, what's next, and if there's ways for you to fix the situation that you're in.
And many of us have those friends, family members, loved ones who they see red and there's no stopping them. How do you deal with someone who is seeing red, where they are just raging and they don't see their future, they don't see what's in front of them, and in life in general? Yeah. How do you calm down someone who sees red?
Yeah, I think first is just, you know, connecting with what it is that they're feeling. You know, and that kind of gives them a sense of validation. I think sometimes when someone is raging and then you try to come in with this counter solution, then now you become, you know, the enemy, for lack of better terms. But I think just kind of validating where they are. Hey, I hear you, I understand you. Yes, but, you know, let's continue to talk and process, and over time, I think it can help facilitate them getting to a place where they are at a more stable position, you know.
All right. Michael Gutierrez, Nick Hardy, thank you guys for joining us here on The Factor. What's your job? We need you. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.